What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I seen the story earlier this week, and this story occurred last Thursday, and it's about a place called Forney, Texas. Shout out Forney, in which kids must have been getting off of a bus, and a fight ensued. Now, during the fight, officers arrived on scene to try to clear up the melee, and then supposedly, according to reports, somebody tried to grab the officer's gun, which went off, injuring the officer, hitting the concrete, and shrapnel of the bullet hitting 3 children. And if that's not enough, the kids didn't even leave. They stayed there, and the monkey shit just increased. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When I was younger, we was taught, and a lot of you guys were taught, if you see trouble, you go the other way. If they get to acting a fool somewhere, you leave so you're not caught up in that. If it ain't got nothing to do with you, get your butt out of there. But nowadays, it seems like kids are a magnet to dumb shit. And stuff like this is happening all the time. I'm going to show you this video, these news articles, and I got the full unedited video. I'm going to show you guys at the end of this, from 2 different angles, and I want you to see how many kids are not directly involved in this stuff, but made this whole fight their fight. I don't understand it, but I'm telling you, we got a lot of problems out here, and parenting is one of them nowadays. And the influence that children are being pulled against versus the parenting that they should or should not have. Take a look at this, and we'll come back and talk about it.
Now to our top story here at 5:02. 2 first responders and 3 kids were injured yesterday this afternoon. This is after a large fight broke out in Forney. Authorities said that officers were called to Falcon Way and Jersey Lane around 4:30 p.m. Well, Trevor Sohaki is live for us in studio this morning. And Trevor, the county constable is saying that up to 300 people were involved in a fight there. Do you know exactly what happened?
Yeah, Carmen, big fight here, according to officials. Officials said that a Kaufman County Sheriff's deputy and a Forney ISD officer tried to break up this massive fight. The sheriff's office said the Forney ISD officer was jumped from behind and 1 or more suspects tried to grab his gun. That gun went off, but no one was hit. However, the bullet hit the street, and the deputy, officer, and 3 kids were hit by bullet fragments, but all of them are okay. The sheriff's office said the Forney ISD officer was treated on scene, and the deputy and 3 kids were taken to the hospital. This happened near North Forney High School and Smith Intermediate School. And you can see just how large that law enforcement presence was from above and how many people were involved on that block. Neighbors told us they were upset by this situation.
These kids, they brought it on themselves. You have to understand, you're responsible for your actions. This is the real world. When you get out into the real world after high school, this is what you're going to have to deal with. You have 3 decisions. You have jail, hospital, or graveyard.
Now, in a statement, Forney ISD wrote, quote, "There was an incident that occurred after hours and off-district property in a nearby neighborhood. When a request for backup was sent out, our Forney ISD officers responded to assist. The Texas Rangers are now investigating the gun going off, and the sheriff's office is investigating the initial fight with assistance from the Forney Police Department. So far, no arrests have been made."
The chaos in Forney did not start here, but that gunshot is when it gets really messy, sending kids screaming and running from the officers sent to break up their fight.
This is where it happened.
Right.
Mariah Gibson watched from her doorbell camera dozens of teenagers moving in Thursday.
They're coming. You can hear them coming.
And now we can hear a Kaufman deputy calling for backup.
I'm going to have leaders, guys.
When he sees just how many kids there are fighting near North Forney High School.
They're still trying to fight. I got too many.
And I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
The sheriff's office is trying to figure that out too. A spokesperson says while trying to de-escalate the situation, an officer's weapon went off, hitting the street and causing bullet fragments to hurt 2 officers and 3 juveniles. You can see one girl in pain from Gibson's camera.
She was standing right here, and then I guess the pain got to her, and so she sat down in the grass.
Officers continue to struggle with the teens, throwing one to the ground as more rush in.
Grabbed him and dropped him to the ground, and then there was a girl that ran up and he pushed her really hard.
Emergency crews brought the 3 juveniles and deputy to the hospital. The sheriff's office says their injuries were not life-threatening. A sheriff's spokesperson says today he has no updates on the incident.
How do you feel about it?
I'm just glad it's over.
But the investigation, now in the hands of Texas Rangers, is just getting started. In Forney, I'm Cole Sullivan.
It's a damn shame nowadays. A lot of young kids, not even out here in the real world yet, will gravitate to some of the most barbaric behavior and be entrenched in it. You seen them coming around the corner, it was a mob. Get around the corner, they get to fighting. It's off camera, they get to fighting, a bunch of screaming, a bunch of jumping, a bunch of hollering and goofy shit. Where the parents at? You coming through the neighborhood, and I'm sure, more than sure, most of them kids ain't from that neighborhood. They just got off at that bus stop. You know what I'm saying? To see what was going to happen and then figure out about finding their own way home. Because people used to do that back in the day. If it's a fight, oh, we got to see this. And they'd try to get on other buses and all this other stuff. Now, granted, all of them did not come off of one bus. 200 kids is not going to be on the one school bus. I don't even think they could hold 200 kids. I still don't think that was 200 children. I don't. 100, yeah, but come on, man. Either way, bunch of people fighting. You know how it is. That spirit moved through people. You know, fisticuffs start fighting, then little small spats start breaking out different places and all this other stuff. Next thing you know, you got a Donnybrook. Did you hear what that guy said? They brought that on themselves. Not like a nice neighborhood. You coming around there with the niggeroni and cheese, definite recipe for disaster in neighborhoods that you ain't even from, or just you cause you want to see the action. Stupid as hell. Why can't you take your damn self home? And that's the thing. People they be transfixed on just stuff that has nothing to do with bettering themselves. And everybody's tough. You see, they got girls and guys going along with them. I think that was a girl fight. You know, if it's a girl fight, a whole bunch of dudes gonna come. They can get a sneak peek if somebody get the clothes tore. It's always been like that craziness. But just look at the barbarism now in young people, both male and female. And if this don't tell you we have serious problems in this country with the way we relate to each other, I don't know what to tell you. Hell, you can look around now. It's grown-ups losing their mind. And kids see that and then they follow behind. This type of stuff. A lot of the parents and that these kids have, they seen them handle matters like that. And that's why it's normal to them. Either way, man, is distasteful, disrespectful, and just messed up. You go into a neighborhood, the police was there. Soon as the cops come back in the day, you hear that whoop, whoop, we would start stepping. Up, I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't trying to be around there. Come on, man. Come on. They stood there. You see the one dude jumping up and down, acting a fool and all that. He gonna fight the cops for what? For what? It ain't even your fight. There are people shot on the ground needing help, and you got people running back and forth, jumping up and down, people laughing. It's funny. Some people hurt. It's so much hysteria, you don't even know what's going on. What type of environment is that? I think the reflection of what you see out here right now with a lot of these kids and how they act in the street with all that screaming and hollering and laughing at people being hurt is a reflection of what's going on in the home. A bunch of chaos, confusion, and straight up disorganization, whether it's from the parents or just those that they live with. In closing, I'm going to show you the full video. I'm going to show you from 2 angles. I got the whole thing off a video. And you just take a look at this. At any given time, these kids could have went home. And this is the thing. What you grabbing that officer's gun for anyway? Saw the girl get pushed down on the ground. She got her ass up. And ain't want no more of that. She just started talking shit from the sideline. But always the dudes coming to the rescue and trying to act stupid. But they ain't going to do nothing but talk shit. I want you to pay attention to this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. We have serious problems because if ain't nobody checking these kids when they young on, you know, the value of human life and, you know, what's good and what's not, how you think the world gonna be 10, 12 years from now? Remember, these babies that you see will be having babies, and the same parenting that you had when you're young usually is You parent how you was parent. And a lot of these kids ain't parented. So how you think the next generation is going to be after this? We are in serious trouble. Look.